Schindler's Ark by Thomas Keneally. That's what I hear Australians call him. And I'm not talking Schindler's List, it's Schindler's Ark. This is a book which has won the Booker Prize and indeed has been made worldwide famous by Hollywood. And we all know the film and the horror which is represented within. It's a cult movie in many ways. It's made its way into comedy. Seinfeld, if you've seen the series, he's going at one point in an episode to see this film with a friend, a lover of his, and they make out in the movie arena, and then something happens, he's criticized and so on. That's Seinfeld. He can joke about Hitler and other things, but that's understandable. In fact, I heard the other day a comedy program where it was said that you can laugh at anything. Perhaps there's not much to laugh in Schindler's Ark, because we have a horrible, overwhelming story of the Holocaust. True, the good side here, the valuable, hopeful idea which comes out of this novel is the fact that there are, even in the worst of times, there are people like Oskar Schindler, who is by far the hero, gigantic, monumental figure, with all his faults and vices. So there are people who do good, even if all around them the others are beasts and assassins. Goethe, Aemon Goethe is a representative of evil, the head of the labor camp, who kills people for no reason. There are some incidents, some occurrences when some of them escape. I remember one which is both in the book and the film, whereby he tries to kill a young prisoner 3 or 4 times, but the pistol just wouldn't shoot. That's unbelievable, but true, because one of the interesting points about this book is that it's based on real fact. Keneally has gathered the documents and the witnesses, and whatever he could, he had them talk about what happened. And it's not just one, there are plenty of people who testified. In fact, when Oskar became celebrated, I can say about what happened without any spoiler alert, I guess, because we all know what happened in the Holocaust. Millions and millions of people have died, Jewish people tortured and gassed. But about Oskar, he obviously dies. I mean, this is something which happened after the war. So there are people who testified, and the overwhelming majority said how wonderful he was, except for 4. So there are always 4 people few people who are unhappy with business practices and something Oskar did. Actually, he's human. He would be a complex human being. He's not that boring. He's not all white, doing good things because he's crazy. He has no idea about what the dangers are. No, he's drinking. He's a womanizer. I mean, that's terrible. He's philandering like crazy. And that being said, his wife, when she's asked at the end of the war and she's like lonely or something, she's not resentful. So in many ways, Oskar, with his imposing figure, managed to, even in this marital situation, which was bad for the wife, to impress impress her and give her a good opinion somehow about him. He saved thousands of people in the face of adversity, of trauma. It was terrible, but he comes out like a white knight, like a symbol of what good humans can do, what humanity can do, and that's in all of us. As opposed to the SS, I mean, got, as I said, Phoenix in the film, a wonderful actor, who killed people like, remember when he was shooting from his balcony, like crazy. He was a lunatic. In fact, that struck me. It's wrong. It's a psychopath. Psychopaths have no feelings. They just speculate, see the feelings in others, and they speculate them. And that's such a case. And it struck me when he was finally arrested before Russians and others came in. And again, I can say that he paid for his awful personality and acts. He thought he can find help with Oskar Schindler and others in the camp. How can you think that? I mean, how can you think that others will vouch for you? It's true, such people don't have, or their idea of right and wrong is very distorted. They're right, and everybody else might be wrong. We have a Trump who's not a Nazi, let's not exaggerate, but narcissistic syndrome. To end with, how was this possible, such a scale? I mentioned in another note, an experiment has been done. This is just briefly for this one here to somehow understand a bit. And it was shown that people respect authority. That's one of the principles discovered by Robert Cialdini, which I misnamed. I said Mancini. I was thinking of music or something. I don't know. Cialdini, in his classic cornerstone book Influence, speaks about respect for authority. So tests have shown that people go as far as to electrocute others when an authority is involved, up to the point of 200 volts. A majority of participants, a majority of us, would just torture someone else if authority is involved. At least that was the case. Now with more democracy, it's more complicated. But you can see that in the ads. We keep showing people in white overalls selling you toothpaste and whatever. Halas, yala, later out.